As I walk along the aisles today, I'm not just celebrating my graduation, I'm celebrating strength and courage that has carried me through my darkest time. To my fellow graduates, I offer these words of encouragement. Never give up on your dreams. No matter how impossible they may seem, you are capable of overcoming any obstacle. Just as we have overcome challenges over the past years. To my family and friends, I offer my deepest gratitude. You are love, support, and my rock, my safe haven, and my inspiration. And to those who may be struggling with their own challenges, I offer this message. You are not alone. You are seen, you are heard, you are strong, and you will overcome. Today, we celebrate not just our achievement, but our capacity to rise above adversity. We celebrate the human spirit, which cannot be defeated by flames, but only refined by them. Thank you to the graduating class of 2024, Alicia K.
I would like to become a psychological doctor or a pediatric nurse to take care of the kids.
That was always your dream?
No, it has not always been my dream. My dream was always to become a soldier. But due to my mobility right now and what I've been through, I'm not going to be able to join the force just yet. But for now, my inspiration to become a nurse was when I was in the Shriners Hospital in Texas, and to see how much important a nurse is to children's lives, I really think I would love to support children just like that. My biggest inspiration to anyone or in and around the world that's in my position: shine bright just like the stars. Look up high and focus on whatever you want, because we all know that no matter your situation, there's always something bigger and better for you. And knowing that in my situation I'm not able to have much fun as others, but just surround yourself with people that love and care for you, and that's what I have, and you need to do so too, and you will definitely shine like a superstar. Yes. I'm so in love with the St. Myrna Foundation. Thanks to them for taking care of me from the moment I land foot in the heat, well, yes, in the fire. Yes, and they have made it life a possibility for me. I thank them and I thank God for sure.
Speak to us about the importance of being here to see her.
Well, it's an honor for us to be here today and stand by her side and give her the support, because we've been there for her from the day she get burned right through. We weather the storm with her, so we stand up and ensure that she have her graduation certificate, because we want her to, live a normal life, regardless of the pain that she's going through. And, the St. Myrna Foundation will not just stop here. We are going to ensure that we give her a scholarship, and to see her further her education, and she can even see her dreams come true of being that doctor or that physiotherapy that she wants to be. So my brother and I, the St. Myrna team, stand behind Alicia King.
And mommy.
Yes, mommy always been there.
Yes, we have been here.
Can I say something about my mommy?
Yes.
Well, Miss Julian Mendez, my stepmother she is, but I do call her my mommy. She's a queen in my life. She's my sunlight. She's everything. I remember days when mommy would just be that strong soldier standing over me. She wouldn't cry, let me see. She wouldn't do anything that would make me uncomfortable. She is like a woman. She's a woman of power. She made me so strong to the way that I'm so grateful to see her today. And sometimes having her
Just be strong, my girl.
People who don't have good news try to spread bad news. And where there is no bad news to spread, they create falsehoods. There was a time when we would have been silent about this and allow it to go on. But the world in which we live in, the world has never had the capability, as it does now, to create and generate misinformation at a scale and speed that it influences people who are normally rational and reasonable people. It is now at a point where even degreed people who have gone to school, studied in the highest institutions of the land, they are not able to discern the nonsense that comes to their fold. It's amazing. They don't know that there is an entire industry called fake news. An industry set up just to do that. They call it entertainment. And if you fall for it, them say, but it's not my fault. You know, should I know better? But a lot of people don't know better. A lot of people stay home and they're on their phones or they're watching on their computers. Utter nonsense and rubbish. But they're not able to discern that it is not so. Because as long as they see it on TV or it appears to them on their screen, they take it as fact. But that's not the world in which we live in. Unmoderated information is being presented. Your only intent is to try to trick people to get power. That's it. That is all it is about. Trying to trick people to get power. So we have said to our youth organizations, mobilize. The same way they are using social media and their telephones for evil, led by evil people, we must use that platform and those devices for good. We must publish all the good that we have done. We must promote the good things we have done. We must promote our values, our principles, our programs, and our achievements. There are societies that we look on them and say, these societies are the beacons of freedom. And in those societies, they have recognized the dangers of allowing this kind of unregulated free flow of misinformation to reign. In countries like Canada, for example, even in the United States, they have taken steps through their Senate, through their Congress, through their Parliament, to call in the social media companies and say, listen, we see where your social media platforms have tried to influence our elections. You have to moderate, because they realize it is creating a problem. It is an accelerant for conspiracies. It is being used to mislead and misinform. So I'm saying to you, the young people here today, yes, it's the new platform for information, but you must use it wisely. You must use it with discernment. Not everything that is posted is true. Check, question, and if it is not so, dismiss it. This is not an attempt to in any way dull your voice, but it is now time that you use your voice for the defense of truth. That you must make your voice heard for the defense of truth. And when people put nonsense on social media, you must tell them it's nonsense, not number so.
As we begin, I always start with a few things that are noteworthy. And I think the first one is to speak to issues related to misinformation and disinformation. There's a lot of talk about this area, and I think it's important that we clarify. The administration has always been and will always be deeply committed to protecting democracy in Jamaica. And we are deeply committed to protecting democracy from any threats that there are. and governments around the world are dealing with this issue of misinformation and disinformation, especially on social media. And we've seen it. We know what happens. Anyone can say anything and it is amplified around the country and around the world. And it is important that as we protect the rights of our people and protect the right to freedom of expression and speech, that at the same time it is grounded in truth. And so we love the robust debate. And I say it all the time. It is important in a democracy that we can have dissent and that we can say, you're not doing good as a government. We don't like what you're doing, or you need to do this better. That's what a democracy is. And that's fine. And that's what we want to encourage, but not encouraging persons to post blatant lies online that then fuel a lot of this issue of disinformation and misinformation. And so it's very important that we understand that what the government is saying is that what is posted on social media needs to be based in truth. And in that vein, what we have said is that where there are issues or instances where we know individuals have posted things that are not true, that we will have to go after those individuals in terms of prosecuting them. And there are laws that are available. And I think the goal of everything that we are doing is ensuring that we are in an environment that is based on truth. That is what it is about. And so there is no tracking of people. There is no curtailing of people saying anything that is negative. That is absolutely not the case. It's just that we have to protect truth. And so this notion that we shouldn't go after those who perpetuate fake news is really strange, because around the world we see it happening in every country. Fake news is a problem, and it's fake, which means it's not truthful. And we are a country that is built on truth, and we will protect that in this administration. In terms of the way forward, what we will be doing is primarily focusing on social media literacy, and that's important. How do you know what's true? Because sometimes you see these videos and you think, oh my gosh, that sounds right, but you're not really sure. And so we will be using our broadcasting commission, and they've already independently started to work on a public education campaign that helps our Jamaican people to understand what's true, what's not, how to figure out if something is true, in fact. And we will, obviously, as a part of that, point to some of you in this room, the traditional media in this room. We will say to them, go to traditional media. That's where you can actually find out if something is real or is not. And so the primary thing we'll be doing at this time is enhancing public education to help individuals to understand what's real and what's not real. And I know I get a lot of questions sometimes on AI. AI is an area that we have to really be looking at, because with AI, fake news, disinformation can be even more potent. And so it is very important that we teach Jamaicans how to understand what's real, what's a real video, what's not a real video, so that we can have conversations that are based in truth and not based in untruths. And so I had to say that at the start, because it's a very important issue that we are grappling with, and it's a conversation we have to have as a people. And so I know the administration is happy that we're having the conversation. There are no new legislations at this time. We have some that are already on the that are already there. We have the Cyber Crimes Act. We have laws around libel. There are already laws that exist and that can be used in terms of prosecuting individuals who do not speak truth online. But before we even get there, the key thing is, let us have public education. Let us have a discourse about what's the right approach going forward.